Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to reading for the week of January 8th. This week, we are going to jump right in here as always. You have this crafter card. It says, a talent is just waiting to be expressed with your hands. Start a small business at home by creating a novelty. I mean, like, come on. It would not be a Sagittarius reading if something like that did not come up. You have this entertainer card. It says, your charm and influence will help you get ahead. Your ego is leading you to discredit the opinions and ideas of others. I don't think that's true. I think that this is saying that, some of you could be creating like a side hustle, as always with you, or you could be just using your skills at this time. Some of you could be moving. The Chariot plus the Tower to me can be a move. And so I don't mind the Tower when it comes up with the Chariot. I mean, personally, I like the Tower just in general. To me, the Tower is very necessary. It needs to happen so we can set ourselves free from something. But also, everyone has had the Tower this week, by the way. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was like a global Tower moment. Literally, this happened like last week, and I literally said in someone's reading that it wouldn't surprise me if a world leader was stepping down, and the Queen of Denmark abdicated her throne last week. So, or it was like at the beginning of this week that it happened, and the reading was for this week. So every single time this happens in my reading, something happens in the world. So there you go. Don't act surprised when it does. But what I would say here is, again, there could be something, but. Other than that, like I said, Chariot and Tower is definitely a move. So if you're planning a move or if you're hoping to move, I feel that some of you, and there could be good love coming in here as well, but some of you could be moving, it could be a little bit unexpected. The other thing I get here for you, Sagittarius, is that, again, maybe you're hoping to move somewhere better with the Tower, like to a better location or something, and you've been worried about like having the finances. I feel like you're going to be perfectly fine. Like this reading is literally saying you are going to have exactly what you need. So even if you don't want to move until the future, maybe you're just planning a move, like I said, I feel like this is saying you're going to be perfectly fine. There's like nothing to worry about. So there you go. Love it. I feel that you're going to be perfectly fine here with the Tower. You also have the Chariot. The Chariot could be some sort of win or a victory coming in for you. So I like that. But really, again, no matter which way we go, right? We go this way, moving. Even the Three of Wands can be a move. You go this way, Eight of Wands could be a move. The Page of Cups doesn't have, obviously is not a move. But, these other directions are kind of leading to a move. You have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands as well. Three of Wands kind of says, what are you waiting for? And the Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. So in the Chariot, the Tower is out with the old, in with the new. The Chariot is actually kind of out with the old, in with the new as well, because he has that city behind him, right? And he is moving away from that city. The city is where he's from, but everything is the same in the city. So the story of the Chariot is that he is trying to set himself apart. He is trying to be unique. He is trying to be, different in some way. But also he's maybe looking for a place where there are different rules. So a lot of you, even if you're not moving, you could just be moving towards a new energy, a new beginning, a new something here with these cards. And again, the Three of Wands says, Three of Wands is my card of like, waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. So I feel this is definitely saying like the time is now. It is time for you to make some sort of change or to move in some sort of new direction here. So let's see what is going on for you here. And I just want to get a good shuffle on that deck there. So let's see. With the Chariot, you have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you see something clearly. Some of you could be interested in a person. And look, you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles with the Two of Cups there, Page of Cups. This to me says that there could be a really solid love offer coming in for you. This could be, I love the King and Queen of Pentacles together. To me, it's like two people who want to stay together, two people who like really want to make it work, basically. So, looks really good. With the Tower, you have the Two of Swords. I do feel like some of you are leaving like situations where there is no equal give and take with the Tower as well. And this doesn't have to be love, by the way. Again, for some of you, you could be starting like a home-based business, or maybe you've already been working on a business, which I definitely think is true for some of you. For others, again, it doesn't have to be a business. It could be you, getting a job where there's more freedom, or again, maybe you just feel constricted at the job you have now. And again, you could just be finding another one that is maybe there's more freedom, or maybe the boss isn't a jerk, whatever the case may be. That's kind of what I feel here. With the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands, you have the King of Cups here. Definitely a very like kind, caring, nurturing type of person. I'm leaning towards fire and earth here. So, it could be an earth sign with fire, could be a fire sign with earth in their chart. That could be what's coming in for you. You do have a lot of water here, Cancer mostly. But, is it a water sign? I'm not so sure. So there you go. Next in the area of the good stuff, the unexpected, you have this bearing fruit card and the smoke and mirrors card. So I kind of feel like this is saying that you're getting down to the details. I feel that you are learning something very quickly as well. It's kind of weird. It's almost like you've been learning lessons that would normally take like 5 years to learn, and maybe you learn those lessons in 2023. Like you could be saying to yourself, like, why did it, it's kind of like one of those weird things where you could be looking at your life and you could be saying like, oh, there's so many things that I haven't known my whole entire life that would have really benefited me if I did know them. And now that I know those things, it's almost like you have this thirst for knowledge, which is great. But it's almost like you're saying like, I didn't know these things, which really held me back in life. And, so what else don't I know? That's kind of what I'm getting here. And, I feel that you could be learning things that are like really progressing you very quickly because you're realizing like, oh, I didn't know like how to do this in my business, or I didn't know this about love, or I didn't know this about, whatever it is you're trying to improve in your life. And I kind of really see you just like the smoke and mirrors thing. I think is just saying more that you're uncovering knowledge. You're looking at things that you need to know so that you can be successful. Pretty powerful. You have the Page of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Page of Cups is definitely a love offer coming in for you. I feel like I do get this feeling that you could be attracting someone who's a little bit skittish. You have the Three of Swords here. It's almost like you're attracting someone who is healed. I feel like that it's not that they're not healed or anything like that, because you have the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak, but I feel like it's this person's heartbreak, not yours. I mean, some of you could have had a heartbreak, of course, but, I feel like this is a person, and they might be a little nervous about fully, opening up in relationships. So this might require some patience is what I'm getting here. I kind of do feel that someone you're attracting could be a little bit more reserved anyway. And it's like that the type of person that warms up over time that you could be attracting here. So again, it might be someone who's a little bit more quiet at first, or maybe you don't get the full picture at first. I also feel you could start out as friends first. Eight of Wands is kind of like my friendship card. Socializing card. So it might just be a person where it starts out social. I also get the feeling that you could be attracting a person where there's a lot of communication first, where you just kind of, communicate with this person. And maybe that's all it is at first, is just communication. And then it kind of goes from there. I also feel that you are quickly, again, improving your finances this year. Maybe not this week, but going this direction, you go to the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is experimentation, and I am a big fan of experimentation right now, especially when Pluto officially goes into Aquarius in November. It's going to go in, and then it's going to retrograde again back to Capricorn. Then in November, it's going to officially enter into Aquarius, but we're close enough as far as I'm concerned, right? So what I would say here is that any experimentation or coming up with new ideas to make more money, it doesn't matter if you have a business, it doesn't matter if you're retired, there could be ways for you to invest your money, there could be ways to do something to save more money or whatever. Again, do your research. Don't just blindly listen to your cousin who's like, oh, invest in this new dog coin that just came out or something like that. You will get screwed, I promise you. We have all this energy in Taurus. I tell everyone, you want to talk about scams, like just wait because Uranus and Taurus will spank you if you do not do your research. So no blind investing, everyone. It's like we're entering into that time again where crypto is going to blow up, right? So I would be very careful of like listening to like some dude on the internet who's just like, oh, go buy this coin, go do this, go do that. I'm not saying don't do it, but what I am saying is make sure you know why you are doing something, right? But you have the Three of Swords here, rant over, whatever. The Three of Swords, I feel like you're attracting, I don't even think that's you. It could be you, but I really feel that you're attracting a person who's been through something like a very, a person who like probably breadcrumbed them, a person who left them. And so I feel, I do get like a little bit of a skittish energy is what I would call it here. Well, let's look into it. With the Page of Cups, you have the Justice card. I feel like this person is your justice. I literally feel you could be attracting a person where it's like they are a gift, really. They're like a good person. So, I kind of feel you could be attracting someone who really kind of gives in the situation. I feel like this is a very heart-based person as well. With the Eight of Wands, are you kidding? You have the Ace of Cups, definitely a very solid connection if this is love, true love as well. Also, this does not have to be love. This could just be your heart, you know. The Ace of Cups, sorry, is something that overflows. It is something where you could work on it all day long. This could be an activity, a hobby, a business. It could be your spirituality. It could be meditation, whatever you do in the day. I would do more of the things that cause you to overflow, Sagittarius, because I feel that it will just cause you to overflow more and it will increase that energy. So love it. With the Three of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups. How crazy is that? That I said Eight of Cups, and then there you go. So, you know, again, I feel like you could be attracting a person who's really kind of, whose cutoff game is strong, is kind of what I feel here. So, you know, again, if they catch a whiff of any lying, cheating, stealing, or anything like that, they'll probably run away. But not that you would do that anyway. But I kind of feel like maybe you've been waiting for a person, not like waiting, like you're waiting for this person, but maybe you didn't realize you were waiting for a person like this. And, you know, it's almost like this person's walking right towards you. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this card that literally says, do not worry so much about not finding love. It will find you. This person's walking right towards you is what I'm getting here. You have this card that says, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. I really believe that we are in a time where we need to really, really be careful of our surroundings. We need to really make sure that we are creating a positive environment for ourselves. This includes your literal environment, like literally the things that are around you, right? But also the people, the things that you listen to, and all this other stuff. Like years ago, I can't remember what this guy's name was, unfortunately, but years ago, I listened to this guy on a podcast, and I can't remember his name, but and I can't find the podcast either, unfortunately, but it was a really good podcast, and it changed my life because he was talking about how he stopped listening to country music because it was like, it was all like negative stuff and about breakups and all this other stuff, but after he did that, he cut out all the other crap that he listened to, and it changed his life. He just started only feeding himself positivity, and he became super successful because of it. So, I started doing that after I listened to that. I started cutting out the things that made me feel negative, right? It's not like you have to cut out music. It's just like, it says, if something makes you feel bad, don't do it. And I started doing that. It changed my life. So, definitely, I think that, kind of paying attention to your environment and making sure that you are only surrounding yourself with things that make you feel good, which you can't do 100% of the time, but as close as you can get, then, that will be a positive change. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. You have the King of Pentacles right next to it. I do feel you're attracting a forever person here. I look at the King and Queen of Pentacles as two people who really want to work to make something work. So it's like you're attracting a person who wants to make it work, which is great. You have the Five of Swords here. Five of Swords is a separation. So, I feel for a lot of you, again, this person has gone through a separation and they're coming towards you. So I like to see that. It looks to me like these are two people that are coming out of the cold, you and this person. You have the Five of Pentacles right next to it, but the Five of Pentacles is coming up in the area of the good stuff. So, again, it's like two people who are coming out of the cold, you and a person if you're looking for love. You have the Six of Pentacles. Again, I feel like you're finding a person who maybe was breadcrumbed in the past, but also I think more importantly than that, I feel that there are a lot of things that you could do right now that would increase your earnings, that would really, would really make things work for you. Like, I feel like there are, I really don't know what I'm trying to say here to you, Sagittarius, but I feel like there are things that you could try, like on a very, very small level, where it's like you just dip your toes in the water. You just see, especially for those of you that are trying to improve your finances, for example, it's like maybe you just need to try something new in your business, or maybe you just need to try to ask your boss for a raise or something like that, It's like, that's what I get here. I also have a story sometimes, right? Not always, but sometimes I feel that the Six of Pentacles can be a person who's holding back resources from you, right? And like, it could be a boss. Like, I don't know if you've ever worked somewhere where it's like the boss is like, sorry, I can't give any raises this year, but then they pull up in a brand new Range Rover, for example, right? I certainly have worked for a person who did that, so, or I didn't, I don't know. But anyway, I would say like, what are you talking about? So it's like, this could be if you work with a person, or for a person, I'm trying to say here, that does that, it's like, maybe it's time to look for a new job. Maybe it's time to be like, you know what? It's like, I need to go work for someone who believes in abundance, who believes in supporting their employees and things like that, right? And so some of you could be, realizing, you know what, my boss is a jerk and I need to go somewhere else. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands. I would open up. Again, if you're meeting a person, I would open up. I kind of get the feeling it did. It did show up. I almost just said that I'm surprised the Two of Cups didn't show up here, and it is here. But anyway, I'm dumb. And what I would say here is that, again, I kind of get that feeling that you could be attracting a person who's different than your usual type. So, there you go. And maybe that's why you have to open up. With the Five of Swords, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yes, two people who are coming out of the cold, like I said over here. So definitely I feel that I get that skittish energy from a person. It could be you, take it how it resonates. But, I really feel these cards are for a person that's coming towards you is what I get, if you're looking for love. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Are you kidding? Definitely could be a love coming in for you. And again, if you're one of those people that does not want love, and even if you do, by the way, I feel Lovers traditionally was being at a crossroads, having a choice to make. So, and it always says that a new choice is a good choice. So again, if you have a boss that isn't paying you money, then maybe it's time to pick the new path. If you have if you are not being supported in any situation, maybe it's time to pick the new path is what that's basically saying. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this love card. I didn't even see that. It says love is in the air, clearly. It says a great time for commitment and taking relationships to the next level. You have this planning card. It says now is a time to lay down the foundation of your future. Financial gains are more than likely. Are you kidding? Yes, definitely. So both things. This is a really good reading no matter what you want in your life, Sagittarius, is what it's saying to me. I also feel it's saying, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to taste all the flavors of the rainbow or whatever you kids say nowadays. I don't know. You have this King of Pentacles and Two of Cups. Definitely a King of Pentacles type person. Doesn't matter what gender you're into. It could be any gender. And I feel it's just someone who is stable. Could be someone who's more traditional. I'm not saying they're like, oh, you gotta be in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. That's not what we're talking about here. But they could be, they could kind of follow traditional roles or something like that. Who knows? I also feel they're just very hardworking. So, they're very focused on stability and security. They probably have created a lot of security in their life is what I'm getting as well. Meaning they're financially stable. They don't live with their mama and stuff like that. So there you go. Definitely Two Cups. So perfect match. Love it. Very good. And again, if you're looking for a new job, also very good. You have the Five of Pentacles coming out of the cold because, again, we're showing up in the good stuff here. This would tell me that you're coming out of the cold. I feel like you're focusing more on your strengths as well, or you're seeing your strengths. Five of Pentacles is my card that says do not focus on your weaknesses. It is time for you to focus on your strengths, and that's exactly what I would do here with the Five of Pentacles. You have the Emperor. The Emperor, of course, is a card of taking control and the lead. So I do feel like you could be taking control of something in your life and finding success because of it. I also get something weird about energy here, where it's almost as if, I almost feel like you have more energy or you just feel like you have more energy. So it's like you're getting more done. And it could just be that simple, right? And which is a good thing. I feel that you could be getting a lot done, not only this week, but this year. With the Two of Cups and whatever this other card was, King of Pentacles, you have this Four of Cups. I love this Four of Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot, and you can see those three cups are pouring into one cup. So a very solid connection coming in for you with the Four Cups here. Love it. Definitely very good. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, you do have the Ace of Wands twice as well. So definitely a very passionate new beginning coming in for you. Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new. We said that in the beginning of the reading. If you're making any changes, I feel, because again, the whole first row is about some sort of change. I feel any changes you make are going to be very abundant. With the Emperor, you have the Two of Cups. Again, could be an Aries. Could also be a person who has a lot of Aries in their chart, or a person who just takes control. It could be your Emperor to your Empress, or, vice versa, whatever. Take it how it resonates, right? So let's see. You have this four-leaf clover card. It says, great, good fortune. Love it. Yes, we know that your fortunes are changing. I do feel it's a very lucky year for you this year, probably because of the work that you've been doing. It's all catching up, which I feel I said to you in your last reading as well. But I really get that feeling for you where it's you've done the work and now it's catching up and you're finding success. You literally have this Mountain Road card that says you're on the road to success. So there you go, Sagittarius. All you have to do is just keep pushing forward. You have this Tower card that says solid foundation, success with effort. I feel that your effort is catching up and creating more success. Maybe you are rebuilding your tower, The tower in the tarot, it always gets reduced down to its foundation, and then we rebuild it stronger. So a lot of you could just be rebuilding your tower, and that's where the success is coming from. You have this Ram card. It says a stubborn, aggressive person. Aries, by the way. So definitely could be an Aries. I do feel like you're attracting someone who is stubborn, though. But maybe not in a bad way. It's like, yeah, maybe this person has a little bit of a stubborn energy, but it's more of a persistent, perseverant energy. I feel you're attracting a person where it's like they're stubborn in a good way. They don't give up on things. King of Pentacles is stubborn, right? Taurus. So, this person doesn't have to be a Taurus or an Aries, but they definitely could have a little bit of a stubborn energy, and that maybe that's something that you notice about them is that once they latch on to something, they really don't give up. But like I said, that could be a good thing. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. You have this December card, and you have this Dark Man card. It says dealings or relationships with a man with dark complexion or hair. Could just be a person that you met during December. So again, if you're wondering, like if you recently met a person last month, December, it could be this person, or maybe you finally interacted with this person or whatever. This is like confirmation that that is the person. I want to see, you have this card that says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you as well. I feel like a lot of people feel this right now. It's kind of like that feeling of feeling like something is wrong, but not being able to know what is wrong. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of people feel like this right now. And I'm not saying that's not true either, but I think we need to focus on what we can control at this time. But this is a really good reading. I love where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.